Hello, hello, hello! It's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for a little delayed stream with Ostriv, of course, because that's what I announced. Really sorry that I'm a little bit late, but little one had a little bit of trouble falling asleep. But now she's fast asleep, so I can start to stream. Good evening to all. Good evening, Roadhog. Nice of you to be here. I hope all is well, but please enlighten us about how you're doing. Here everything's fine, except of course for the fact that little one had some trouble sleeping, but that's over now, so no more worries there. And here we are with our little town. We made some progress last time, and now it's time to continue even further. We have a lot of people here. Hello. Oh, that's nice. She's saying hello. Hey, Kevin. Nice of you to be here. I hope all is well. Thanks for posting that lovely picture in the Discord. Great picture with great people on it. Very nice. We were developing this little park as well as the market area here. That's what we were doing. Well, this is quite not so good placed, so I'm going to switch this out because we need to do a better job. It needs to be a bit more straight because this is annoyingly bad placed. So let's do something about that if we can, and I think we should be able to. All right, there we go. This should... No, that's not the right fence, of course. This one. Alright, let's just go like this. Let's see. I think this is a bit more straight. Let's zoom out a bit. Oh, it's too long, of course. Let's see. Yeah, I guess this is a little better. Alright, let's place another small arch, and then we can really finish this area. But I like this way better than the other one. All right, we finished the arch, we finished the shoemaker, we finished the tanner. That's all going very quickly. Now, I don't think we have the stuff for the tanner already, because I believe it needs some salt too, and lime and bark. We don't have all of that, so that'll be something to make sure that we get. Same with the shoes. Hello, Milan. Nice of you to join us. Hope all is well. How are you today? Nice to hear Roadhog's all good. That's very nice. Let's see, because I think it's time to get things like lime and salt and bark. Now, bark is the easy one. All we have to do is go to our little forestry and tell it to produce bark. That's easy. Salt and limestone, especially limestone, are a bit harder. We could seek out a place for some salt production. That's not that hard. Although question is, of course, where should that be? Oh, that could be... No, there's no salt here. There's no salt in this area. Oh, here is some salt. Oh, there is some salt here near the farms, and there is actually space here. I don't know. Is this a good spot for saltworks? I don't really know. It doesn't feel like a nice spot for saltworks. Now, here's a spot too. There's a spot. Is there any salt on this side? Yes, but it's in the trees. It's not close to the water. So that's not the best place. Ah, well. There's entirely no salt in this little patch. There's some here next to the river. But then we have no housing close by, which is also an issue for the jobs. Now, this is going to be our city center, so this is also not a good spot for saltworks. So maybe it should just go somewhere here. It's very pollution... big pollution factory, so it could be very good to just place it somewhere here so that all the pollution doesn't get into town. Alright, it needs a wagon shed to go along with it, of course. Let's turn this around and place this sideways. And then we'll fence this off as its own area. Although it also needs a warehouse, because we also need to store some goods in there. Alright, so we need to move the wagon shed over a little bit for aesthetic purposes. So that it lines up a bit. Yeah, like that. That's better. Is this the beautiful town you're doing? Well, at least it's more beautiful than usually. Of course, I'm doing the little YouTube series with half-an-hour episodes with the beautiful town. But yeah, I tried to make this look like a nice town too. So we have trees and things, and we are starting to construct a park here. We now have the gazebo, which is nice. So we can now start to plant some stuff in here. So yes, I'm trying to make this look a bit nice. Of course, I'm not going to be the judge whether that's working or not. That's up to you guys, but I do my best. Alright, we need to keep some oxen for the salt works as well, because that's what it's going to take. And now I think one of the things we can do is build housing next to the park. So we can build houses on this side and on this side. The only thing is we don't have anything yet for row housing. Ah, and we need stones for the salt works. I forgot about that. So then we also need to set up a stone industry. Well, one thing always leads to another. So, oh, there's stones here. So we could make the stone industry somewhere here. And that's pretty easy. Just get a stone mining camp up and running, and all is well. Alright, we'll build the stone mining camp here. Get some storages next to it, because, well, that's just looking nice. One for stone and one for lime. 1, 2. Hello, Curlo, and a nice and warm welcome to you from Malaysia. Wow, I guess it's already quite late at your town where you are. What time is it there? Thanks, Milan. That's nice. We're mild in our judgment. Well, you can be honest, it's fine. Alright, let's go check, because we need to fence this area off, of course. So there it is. It's quite big. This area needs some nice fencing. Alright, so this is a start with the fence work. I think we also need... Oh, we have a storage here, of course, so we don't need an extra storage. But we also might need a wagon shed somewhere here. But I'm still thinking about where to place that. Let's get going with this first. Now, this needs to move to the back, because we can't build it anyway. And apparently we ran out of wood. Which is a bit odd, since we have plenty of workers in here. So they should create quite a bit more wood, actually. I think it's time for another forester. That's probably a better thing to do. Now we're almost out of trees here. There's still plenty of trees here, but no workers will be there. Guess we should build a bridge somewhere here and then start working on this side, because there will be some workers, I think. Interesting. In the end, we want these trees removed too, but that's for quite some time later. So I'll just build a forestry here. Let's go ahead with that. And then we'll build a bridge towards here too. But I think we should need to build the forestry first. They can already do that, of course, because they can take this bridge and walk all the way around. But this also calls for a bridge. Let's see, where are the little flags for the building? Right here. So a little bridge should go, I guess, somewhere here. There we go. Yeah, 2:30 in the morning. Oh, wow, that's really early. Well, this is a relatively new series. I think we did 2 streams so far with this series. So yeah, it's relatively new. But, well, the other ones should all be up on YouTube because I did them all on YouTube. So you should be able to see them there, where we are right now. So that should be interesting. Let's get this bridge done quickly too. We desperately need more wood, I can say that. How much do we need for the forestry? Oh, not that much. So it should be fine. And what we could do is just skip the bark for a while. We don't have salt or quicklime or whatever anyway, so we can't fill this up. So let's not bother with it. Let's not spend trees on that. They have to walk far to get these trees, of course. That's why wood production is quite slow now. And we've grown quite a bit, so an extra forestry isn't just a luxury. It's very necessary. We just need it badly. It's a necessity. There they go. But now they have to walk quite far around just to bring the resources there. Oh, well, they can do that. I believe in them. This will cost a lot of wood, so let's build the forester first. At least we get the warehouse now for all the salt that we're not producing yet. That'll be interesting. Well, we can already tell them to put salt in there, so that at least that works. And I believe this also needs some charcoal in here to actually create the salt, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we also need charcoal. So let's put in 5,000 charcoal here too. Let's only hire ladies in here. So that now at least they can start to fill it up so the salt works can get to work. If you plant trees to cut down, how long until... Ooh, well, I've never calculated that. But it takes quite some time. So if you plant a zone and tell them, well, those are the trees you can later cut, then it will take time. Maybe it says here somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't say how long they have to grow, but it is quite a substantial time. Although that brings me to something. No, we're going to remove this one later, but we could well just place it somewhere. Make a little artificial forest with it, where it can just keep producing new trees all the time. That could also be an interesting option. Why haven't I thought of that earlier? Alright, they're going to build the forester now, and they have all the resources, so everybody should just be coming in now to build it. Oh, they're still delivering a few resources, but yeah, they get everything. And they're already starting to bring goods to the bridge? No, not yet. Alright, so they should do that soon, I hope. But I think you need to have like maybe 3-4 years before the trees fully mature and you can chop them down again. It does take quite some time. So yeah, I'm not going to bet on that right now. I just want the extra forester up. We just need to plan ahead, so soon this one will have to go once all these trees are gone anyway. And we're going to get rid of all these smaller ones here because I don't want new trees growing here. This area needs to be completely empty. Yep, these all need to go. Alright, that's good. That should work, and then no trees will come in, so this area is completely free for housing and other buildings. And then this one can go on for a while. Chopping this whole area down. That should be interesting. But still, we only have like 142 people, so having a fully functional, self-sufficient town is not going to happen right now. We need a lot more villagers for that, but we are on our way. Oh, we get nice amounts of hay in there. This one is also starting to fill up, so plenty of hay now. A natural green photo. Yeah, let's hug the trees, but not in my town, so these have to go. But yeah, we have plenty of trees here. Luckily, because we've planted these, they're all protected. So we don't have to tell them not to chop these, which is good. Let's take a look at our little park area here, where the trees are not really growing that big yet, but they should later on. Apple tree, the bushes are doing nice. So we have that little area here. I do like the fact that because of all the gardens and things like that, we now get very clear roads. So it really does seem like this is one big road. That looks really cool. I like the look of that. Ah, the forestry is done. Let's get people in there. Hopefully they can reach it. I don't think they can straight away. Ah, one is in there. That's good. That's a start. And now they need to just build this bridge. And then it will be way easier for them to get in here. I'm going to put in a little trick, I think. Let's see. We're going to go from here to here with a fence. And we're doing it like this. So once they get off the bridge, they should now go all here. So we don't get roads here. This area should now be free of roads. Especially if we do it like this. And once the roads are formed, they won't create new roads unless they absolutely have to. So later on we can remove these fences, but now we are steering the people a bit, so we get nice looking roads. I think that's good. But yes, I am environmentally friendly, or at least I try to be. But well, we'll see. Just saying that while using all this energy to run my computer and do a stream, but yeah. Guess there's nothing wrong with taking care of nature, as long as we don't get too crazy about it. Should all just keep behaving ourselves to each other and to nature. Alright, here comes the bridge. They still need some wood though, so they can't finish it yet. Would be interesting if they're going to walk all the way around to get some wood from here. Well, they could just put it in here and start building from this side too. Maybe that's something they should add to this. That now people will come here and gather this wood, but they should just be able to start building from this side on. And now they'll just grab it, go all the way around, walk back and then finish the bridge. That could be something. Well, they can also form new paths, so it's no guarantee, but as you can see here, some areas remain green because there is already a path and they're not tempted to just go in the middle here then they will take the known paths. So it is a little trick to try and keep people use a good path. So what I'm going to do here is the same thing. We're just going to cut this area off, basically, like this. And I think we should just go like this too then. So that people will stop using this. So the roads here will disappear and we'll just get nicer looking roads. And once they're done, we should be able to remove the fences. Although it could be because this is so much shorter for them than just this. That it doesn't work out and we'll have to find some other solution for it. But pretend you're on solar power. Oh, no, no, no. My wife's family is pretty windy, so I'm on wind power. Well, all the wood's incoming somewhere here. Ah, there comes a dude. There comes the other one. There comes another one. They're bringing all the goods now to the bridge. That took them long enough. Now they should start finishing it. That saves a lot of travel time. Okay, so when that's done, we don't need the cart park yet. We can go for all of this, but we should also invest in more housing, of course. Now I'm going to I think what we can do nicely here is build a bunch of row houses next to the big park. I think they will look nice, and we'll do another one on this side. So we get like a very big, sort of square-like area with the town hall and the park in it. So we'll have to keep some space open here, but then from there on we can build more housing here. And I think that would be nice. Hello, Volodymyr. Nice of you to join us here. Cheers from Holland. Wishing you all the best and mostly peace in Ukraine. I hope all is well there. Well, I have to say, Road Dog, you don't have your numbers correct, but it's not as much as people think, but on good days, it's a lot more than 2%. Let's see, because we need to keep some space for these houses. So I think it could go somewhere here. Alright, let's hit the F1 button, because this is a way too big garden, of course. Although having a nice looking garden can be quite interesting. There we go, that's one house. Even at speed 2 now, it's hard to keep up with the game pace. I should be able to do that quite easily, because usually I play speed 3, but with a nice looking town, it's a lot more work to actually make things look nice. Which is quite nice, but well, it's a lot of work. There we go, 3 houses. We can do another 3 on the backside soon. I think we should start planting some stuff there, but let's see what we've produced. Is the bridge done? Yeah, the bridge is done. Now that's very good, because now this one can start to work a lot more efficient. Let's put the bark in here, so this one will create the bark. We immediately have plenty of wood, so that's good. And this one can now just focus on getting some trees and wood too. So that's a nice thing. No, I don't hate the name, but I'm actually from the 2 provinces we call Holland, so I can just say Holland. But yeah, there will be people that get quite pissed off when you say Holland and they live like in Friesland or whatever. But that's their problem. But yeah, officially it's the Netherlands, and that's fine, I don't really care. But that could also be just because I don't care about a lot of things, actually. There's plenty of people that can worry about things, but I usually don't worry so much. So, the variety of trade shops. So what do you mean by the variety of trade shops? Like different types of market stalls, or... because they do have different shapes now. It's a bit hard now that it's fully grown, but you can see this one has decorations all around it. This one only has decorations in the front. There's also one, yeah, this one has a decoration on the roof, so they all look a bit different. This one is open at the back, this one is closed at the back, so they all have a little differences, which is interesting, but we just have to take a close look to actually see it. Which is a good thing, by the way, in this game. So if you have this game, if you enjoy this game, every now and then just take a closer look at areas. Especially like the little market area we have here with trees and shade and benches. It's really cool. So you mean like a completely different type? So one that only sells like the clothing and that just looks completely different than this one? Or could you explain a bit more what you mean by that? Ah, we have 10 kids in school. Very nice. Let's educate those kids. That'll be good. We're now building these storages. That's also good. So we should be starting to plant some stuff here. How can we make that look nice? What I think we could do is the same trick with the fences. Is create an artificial lane through this. And then plant some trees and things like that. So, I don't know, maybe do something like this. So we know that the roads will be where we want them to be. So maybe something like this, I don't know. We can go like this. And then once the roads are formed, people will start to just use the roads. So that could be interesting, I think. So let's go a little bit like this, make it a little bit of a narrow path. We'll just make it one path right now here. That just goes around the park. And then it can split up again and go into 2 parts. And then we'll make an opening later on. And then we'll do the same here. Ah, this is actually quite interesting. Now it's starting to look a little bit like a maze, but I think once the road has formed in here, it'll actually be nice. And we can now plant trees and bushes around, and then later on we can remove the fencing, and then we have clear paths where the people will walk. Alright, I think we should plant some spruce trees in here, just because they're nice and big. That's the wrong way, like this. Let's get some bushes in between there, but we need to take different bushes. And of course, if you have any thoughts about what I'm doing right now, feel free to jump in and shout what you're thinking and what you want to see change or what you like about it. I can always get a few nice good ideas from people, so I wish we had a few more bushes though. Let's put in an apricot tree. I think this should be a very nice and shade-full area, so people can relax and sit in the shade. That would be nice. A pot cellar, but not the one with weed. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I think that's an interesting idea. Let's get some alcohol, because everybody in chat needs to stay happy. So yeah, let's buy some alcohol for the town. This should be good. Do we need some iron? Just a little bit. Okay. I hope it works too, although I am also very tempted to place a few benches, but not in these areas. We're going to place those around the path, and then maybe we should do that right now, so they actually start to form roads in here. Because with the benches, people will come in and start walking here. And will actually make roads. See, there they come. They like these nice areas, so let's build a few benches here. So that at least the roads get formed. So they're not all in the nicest positions right now. But that's mainly because we just want people to come in and sit on them and start to use them. And then later on we can change them where they are, or at least we'll remove the fencing later on. So that should be a nice feature too. Alright, that's a start. Well, there's still an opening with the fences right here, so there they can get in. That's why they walk all the way here and then start planting a tree. So yes, they can get in because I've left a little opening there. I think this area is completely shut now, so they can't get in here. Oh, there's a little opening here too, so they can get in there too. This will probably be an issue because I don't think they can get in here. Okay, yeah, you saw it already. But yeah, different shops could be interesting. I would also like to see... I don't have row houses yet. Once we build a row house with a store... I'll zoom in so we can see a little bit. You can't really see the store. And I would like to have... Once you build the row house with the store, that there will be a little sign hanging from it, and that we can see some stuff in the windows, or maybe get different windows downstairs, so you can see that there's actually a store in there. That is something that I would like a lot, so you can really see where the store is and you get that little feel for it. That would be nice. Still, we don't have enough stone, so let's get going with the housing. And we also need to get more houses going, so we need to get away from the park for a bit, invest in a little bigger queue, and then we can continue with that. Let's see, the stone guy should be done now. Yes, we're already starting to collect some stones. That's good. We need to make one for the stones and one for a limestone. That should be the right order. So now they can put it in store here too, so we have a big storage. I think what we need to do is remove this one. Then add a little cart parking here too if we can. Although this place is occupied by stone, so that's going to be a little issue. Maybe we should just do it like this then. Uneven terrain. Oh yeah, of course, then we get that. It's always something with this game. I like it a lot, but not the uneven terrain all the time. Well, we wait with the cart shed for a bit. Ah, he's getting the stones out of there. Perfect. All the carts are there, so they should be able to get some stones quickly. And that should then soon be sufficient for this, but we'll give them some time to do that. Ah, there's the last tree, so we should really start thinking about this one, where to put it. We could just put it next to this one. I think actually that I'm going to do that. And then I'll show you what we're going to do then. Let's just build it next to this one. Leave a little opening in between, of course, so that they can take the shortest route to the next forest area. Like this. And then we can create an area to plant trees in, but I want to make it slightly bigger than this. So let's mark a few trees for removal, so at least these will get removed. And then we can plant some trees in this area, so that once they're fully mature, and we can also take a look at how long it takes for them to mature, then they can just indefinitely keep producing trees. Some law enforcement, that's a good idea. Yeah, those things, maybe like a little fire brigade and stuff like that. There's so much things that we can add to this game. Yet, still, it is an amazing game. So, don't get mad at us people for just giving us suggestions. It's not that we don't like this game, we love this game a lot. We just also think about how it could be even better. Alright, let's hit the F1 button. If you haven't played around with the F1 button, you should start doing that, because it's so awesome that you can just change all the layouts with the F1 button. And you can have so much fun with your town that way. So please start using the F1 button. It's a bit more work than usual, of course, once you just plant the houses. But it's so much more fun that you can really customize the way your city looks like and take shape by hitting the F1 button every now and then and making some custom shapes here. Now the next thing they should create is that we can have more than just 4 angles. That would also add a lot to the game. Let's build another well area here. Messenger from Balaklia. Ah, anything we should get? No, we don't need this. We have plenty. We don't have sunflowers. Don't think we have anything to sell, actually. How are we doing with the food? 12,000 buckwheat. 4,000 potatoes and 1,000 harvest coming in. Well, we are still growing with our little town. Not that much, but we are still growing. So we might be a good idea to start investing in some extra sources of food. So, oh, there's a new family arriving. That's nice. All right, we were busy here with the little water, the well. So let's start finishing that. I believe that this is the fencing that houses have, but I'm not 100% sure, so let's check. No, that's not the right fencing. It's the first one. Yep, okay. Here we go. Oh, we have to wait until the houses are done. That's true. We'll wait. Can you use F1 with the row houses too? No, because the row houses don't have a different, have an area around them. So it's just the house. So you can rotate it and do things like that. But there is actually an F1 button. Ah, we can. Too long. Ah, it's too long now. Too short, too long. So there is some space that we can do. But it just, I don't know what happens if you make it smaller. Yeah, it just changes the proportions, but I don't know if I like it more if you make it smaller, but because also the door gets smaller in the windows. But yeah, you actually can. So that's interesting. You can even do it with those buildings, but I wouldn't recommend it, I think. But yeah, you can do it indeed to make it fit right and just attach the houses precisely if you want to do that. So that's a good option. I never thought of that, but yeah, you can. Alright, how are the orchards doing? Year 2 since planted, so from next year on we should get some apricots. Very nice. They will be helpful too. Luckily we still have 1800 flour. So we have plenty of food. Let's up this to 10,000 charcoal in case the guy from the Kachi comes in. Then we can sell a lot. Ah, that's true, Kevin. And I think that's one way. That's why some things aren't available, because they try to really make it historically accurate. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's start decorating this area a bit too. Yeah, we can do a few pine trees. Too close to another tree. Okay. Yeah, there's no way we can get another one close in there. Let's put a few bushes in front. You can immediately see that the soil is drained because of this. That's why it's turning brown now in the autumn, because there's some leaves and things on there. What I should do is the attention to detail like Stronghold 2. I love to see the people carrying different types of food or goods, so what's happening inside the buildings. Ah, yeah, that is... Although, I think, like when they are building it, you can see that this guy is carrying the plank. This guy is actually carrying a bucket of clay, so there is some of that in the game. Maybe they can do an even better job at it, but it is somewhat in the game. Once they get to the thatch, you can really see them carry the thatch. So it is a bit in the game, and even in the fruit stalls or in the market stalls you can see the different products. Now of course not because I've decorated everything, but this has buckwheat in it, flour, potatoes and firewood, and those are actually laying here if you take a good look. So it does a bit of that. You can see that the first two are empty, which is true, the first two are empty. There's some honey and some peas in there, so it does that for a bit. But yeah, having a look inside the houses could be interesting. Although I guess that takes a lot more graphic stuff, and that might not be the best for everybody's computer. Still need 800, or 800 is incoming, but they still need more. And this doesn't have it all. So I'm still going to move this one up again. We're going to get to the salt at a certain point, just not right now. These carts are being used very well, that's good. These are now probably going around and then getting trees from here too. So soon this one is done, and then we can just remove this one. Going to build a cart parking here too. Can we build it somewhat like this? Yes, we can actually. So that they can pick a cart and then transfer the goods there. Oh, your computer can't even handle it as it is right now. Yeah, well then, I think that'll be a bigger problem then. So, it might be good that it's not in there. I mean, once I get to 1,000 villagers, my computer starts to struggle too. So, yeah, might not be the best idea to add even more to this. But I think they can improve the coding a bit on that. Messenger from Mirefa. Chickens, hemp, wheat. Cloth. I think we can get some warm clothing for the next winter. But that should be about everything that we need. Anything we want to sell? No, not really. Let's keep all we have. That's better now. Yep, they're building the forestry. Let's tell them to start making this one empty now. Really make empty. And we get everybody out. And then soon we can destroy it and they can start to work in there. Let's see, are the farms all done? No, this one is still not done. So we really need more people to get all the work done because it's almost winter. And then we'll lose some of the resources. So we need more people and we need it a little bit more in this area. I guess this farm is completely done. Yes, it is. All right, that's good. But we definitely need more people. I think we can at least build 2 bigger garden houses in this area. Somewhat like this. Let's see. Let's rotate it a bit. I'm not going to attach it to this one. Let's hit the F1 button so we can make it just the desired size. I think we should make these gardens a bit bigger. That'll be cool. This will be these somewhat bigger mansions. Like this. That's one. And then we'll build another one next to it. So that we have some slightly bigger houses. And then we'll do another one. Oh, this should be interesting. We'll do just 3 of them. Not more, but we'll have a few bigger houses, which I like. And they can work on the farm there, so that should be interesting. Hire seasonal workers from other towns. Oh, that should be interesting. I don't think... Have we put on... Yeah, we have... No, we have no seasonal working in our town yet. I'm going to add that now. We have enough people, so we should get a councillor. That should not be a problem. Alright, let's add people to this one too. There we go. Is this one empty already? Almost. There it goes. It's completely empty now, so let's start demolishing this building. Interesting. Can we now get... we just need to wait for a councillor. Once we have one, we can start to do some seasonal hiring too. Especially in the warehouses. For like 2 or 3 months a year, having a few less workers in there is no problem. And of course these guys are a waste now because we're not doing any thatching yet. These are all working, so that's good, but not in the thatchery. Or the tannery, sorry. My mistake. And we can even get a few... Oh, we only have 2 in the thatchery. That can still keep up, so that's a good thing. Ah, we're getting more houses here. This is a married family. That's also one thing. Now that we get bigger, we'll get more and more married families once we get a new house, which of course doesn't really add to the amount of people that we have, but it's okay. And we now have somewhat of a building queue, so we could maybe go on a little bit more with this. Let's see. Let's plant a few maple trees. That's just one, and I said a few. Where's the maple tree? Here. We're going to plant these all over the park, and now we're going to just mix up the trees a bit more. So that's the maple tree. Now let's get some ash trees in here too. So that they'll mix a bit more. I think that's nice. And let's get some one big cottonwood tree in the middle. That'll be nice. Get a cherry tree because they look very nice in the winter. Apricot tree. Do we have apricots yet? No. Messenger from Derkachi. Finally, let's sell some charcoal, make some money. Apples. Well, we don't have apples, so we can't sell that. We don't have any of this. Well, we have some clothing, but not too much, so we're not going to sell any of that. We do need some lime for the tanner to soon actually start working. We also need to keep buying iron because we can't create our own on this map. For the rest, we have everything. So I'm not really worried about it. Let's just continue like this and see how well things are going to end up. Now, of course, it is going to take time for this little park area to start to flourish. But in the end, I think it will be very nice. And they're using the benches, so... And even with the fencing, it's okay, it's okay. I don't really mind the fencing. Maybe we should create an opening here. And then, of course, again, close it off, but not completely. We'll just leave it open a bit so that the wood choppers can easily get in. That might be helpful. I have no problem running it on a risen. Yeah, it can be quite difficult, and once it get quite large, and of course I had to adjust the frame rate because there was no max edit, and that's really taking a big hit on your computer. Now I adjusted it, and it's already running better, so that should be nice. Do you think the introduction of medical pandemics like plague or influenza would be interesting? Ooh, I think that would be interesting. But they also need to provide a good way to deal with it, and that's usually the problem in games like this. So I think what I also need to do, sorry, let's fence this area off where the let's see, how far is it? About like this. So this is where the row houses are going to be, and I don't want paths here. So let's just make them create a nice path around the park if they want to. No, we'll let them just walk through the park. They'll just have to go through the park if they want to get all the way up there. That could be interesting. But yeah, I think they need to create it in a way that you can also deal with it. And of course you will lose some people, but it should be able to not lose everybody. And sometimes games like this create such a feature just to set you back a bit because you'll lose quite a portion of your population. And I think it will be nicer if there's, of course, if you neglect it, then yeah, you have a problem and things will go bad and you'll have to deal with it. But if not, if you just take the precautions and things like that, it should be very well manageable. All right, let's go a bit like this. Doesn't look nice now, but this is just to create the road where we want it to be. They can either go here or here. Oh, that should be interesting. And now the well is built here. And the fences are done, so we can construct the area here as we've done so far. So let's go like this. And this, so it's a bit fenced off. Let's put a few dog rose bushes here. A few guelder bushes here. It's all about nature. Let's give them some air. Alright, interesting. Do we have enough stone now? I hope so. 1600 incoming. That's quite a lot. 1700 incoming. We don't have all the stones yet, but we have quite a portion, so they should be able to start building. That could also be a good idea, yeah. Or thieves, yeah, things like that. Or I think there should be thieves anyway, and that you just have to build a police station or whatever that will patrol the areas, and then there will just be an occasional thief. And if you don't build it, then you get more thievery. And of course, indeed, if people don't get all the requirements, they will start to just grab it everywhere. That could be interesting. But yeah, I'm still rooting for a lot more decorations and things like children's play stuff, so that they can have a swing and stuff like that. I would like to get some sports things, some outdoor sports things that people used to do. I would very much love to see people go skating, ice skating in their free time when it's winter. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things and ideas that we all have. I have read somewhere that they are working also on making this game moddable, so I hope that'll come out at some point, because that should be very interesting. Ah, we have an 8-month bull, so soon enough that can be used as an oxen in the saltworks. Same here, I believe. No, there's only one in here. Alright, so we're going to wait a bit. Well, there are children, but I have a school, so there are in school now a lot of children. And the children do run around a lot, so You should be able to spot children if you just take a look around the housing. They should be walking a bit around the housing and stuff. See, there goes a kid. Here we have a little kid. Let's see. She is 6 years old. She's uneducated yet, but hopefully she's going to school. But she's playing around, so it would be nice to give them some playgrounds and stuff. Oh, that's very true, Milan. This should just be a city building game, another survival game. That's true. So they should not make it too hard. Alright, it's time for the winter to end, so we can see if the roots are already starting to form a bit in the park, so we can get rid of some of the fencing. Right now I don't think we can. Well, they are planting the trees, so that's working out. And those 3 houses are gonna get built here. But then we still need more. Always need more housing in this game. Guess we could expand a bit more here. I think we should change the direction again, so let's go this way again. Let's hit the F1 button. Make it a bit smaller. I mean, these people are very nice, but they're not the richest yet, so they don't need a big villa. They can do with a normal house. Let's move it back so the garden is as big as possible. One, 2, and number 3. Always like to do it in pairs of 3, because then there's still plenty of room when they want to walk around it. But you do get nice blocks of housing. Here we go. Let's make this quite a lot shorter. I think we need to plant some trees again in the lanes that are forming again, because we do need to make this town look very lovely. And those trees will take some time to grow anyway. So that'll be something to do. Alright, let's see. That's another house. Very nice. How are they doing here? Ah, this is going good. So let's tell these guys to plant some trees. We'll make an area, oh, just like this. Not too big. Place occupied by what? Oh, we can't place it too close to the forester. That's the thing. Too short. Oh well, I'll decide what's too long or too short. Alright, well this should be a nice amount of trees. It will take them some time to plant them all, but then they'll have 105 trees. So if they all start to plant, that should go rather quickly. And then we'll have a lot of trees soon. For easy chopping. That's probably true, yeah. Oh well, I just admire the people creating this game because it's so amazing. Alright, we have the salt works. I guess the next step will be to build charcoal piles next to it, because we are going to need it anyway. These guys need charcoal. But this is all uneven terrain again. That's not what we want. Can we place it somewhere here? We could place one here. Can we place another one next to it? Not really. Oh, that's actually quite hard to put some charcoal next to it. We can place one here and one. Alright, I have an idea. This is a big enough area, so let's build one here and one next to it. Yes. And then this will just be the salt area anyway. So we're just going to fence off this area now. I guess here we have the entrance to the area then. going to completely go around. Have to see if this is a bit straight. Yeah, it's quite okay. And this is now the saltworks area. So it has its complete own area with storage, the saltworks. There will be draft animals in here that need to eat. So we can also get a well in here. So that they can get their own water. And if we also put in a little hay barracks, they can even get their own food for the oxen. So this will be a completely self-sufficient area. I think that will be very nice. So let's make work of that. Oh, wifey's okay. Oh yeah, she's doing great. Having quite the relaxing weekend after quite a busy week, so that's good. And well, she's getting ready to work again tomorrow, of course, so it'll be a pretty easy week. Only 3 days of work, and then it'll be one of the Christian holidays, and the day after is also free because a lot of her the people that she works with are on Friday are kids and schools, and they'll all be closed. So she'll have a very long weekend, which is nice. So yeah, that should all be fine. A dedicated bar in a red light district. Well, I know there's no truckers in this game, so we can't get a dedicated truckers cafe, but maybe we can get one for the people driving the horse carts or something like that. I mean, they're the truck drivers from the early days, so maybe we should get them a nice bar. Ah, we can see that spring is coming soon. That should also mean that a lot of people have to go to the farms to start sowing again. Can we do seasonal hiring yet? Yes, manage seasonal hiring. Perfect. Let's pause the game for a second before seasonal hiring starts. Now, let's see. There will be 3 people in the on-season, so there will only be 2 in the off-season. And March and September and October will be the off-season. So that saves 2 people. It's just 2, but it saves 2 people. We can do the same here, because there need to be people feeding all the animals, of course. But at least this saves 1. Let's go to one of my warehouses. Where are my warehouses? Well, now I have a hard time finding my warehouses. Here's one. There we go. Oh, there's just one all the time, so that'll be fine. Let's go to the orchard, because these should now be starting to produce. So on season they'll have 5 people in there, but these have only on season, not in the sowing months and not in the harvesting months. And they can have even only 3 in the on seasons for now. All right, there we go. At least some workers are freed up now. We can do the same here. Only have 2 people collecting stone during sowing and harvesting, so we'll free up a few more people. So once this turns March, we should see people leaving. 1, 2, 3. There it goes. Come on. Yeah, only 2 in there now, and the rest will go help out on the farms. So these should be able to hire some more people finally. Yeah, well, we have a lot of fun with the game, so that's good. That's good. I see a food issue here. I wonder if that's just because they didn't go to a marketplace early enough, or whether we have some food issues. Let's see. We have buckwheat, we have potatoes, we have flour. So we have different food needs. We even have milk. We have butter. So they should be able to just get what they want. All right. So it's a temporary issue. These just got married, so these still have to get all the resources. They're living in between the 2 marketplaces, so they should be able to get there. Could also be an issue. Ooh, there's a guy in there. I want a girl in there. I don't want guys in the marketplaces. They need to do all the heavy lifting. Ah, no, there's plenty of people in the granary together to carry all the stuff around, so that should be fine. Although we should be adding more, especially since these need to go past all the houses to buy the goods. All right, let's see. This one can now hire a decent amount of people, so that's helping out in the sowing season. That's good. These have almost all the trees planted, just 19 to go. It's now 1727. So I think we can now start to count the years until the trees are matured. And then see how long that takes. So if you all remember it, 1727, how long it will take before these trees start to mature. Some housing still have food issues, so I guess it's basically a market issue. The goods are not getting to the market because there's no workers in there. Ah, that's an issue. Why are the workers all gone? That was not supposed to happen. Alright, well, now that that's getting solved soon, I hope. We should be starting to sell some goods again. Sometimes these things happen. I probably misclicked somewhere or something like that. I won't remember. Ah, we can all try. Yeah, there's a worker in here now. So she should come in and then start collecting all the goods. And then all of these issues should be solved soon. Especially this one, because they need to buy food and firewood. We can immediately see the problem spreading. Might be the same here. Yeah, I misclicked somewhere. So these were all emptied out. Let's get some workers in and it should be fine. There's plenty of food, so people should be able to buy it. Look at this guy going through the maze with his cart. That's cool. Some pieces of road formed, but not a lot. So hopefully that'll change soon now. Oh yeah, you put it on your hard disk. I hope it's not a rewritable, so you put something else over it. But we'll see. Messenger from Balaklia. Yeah, let's buy a little bit of iron. That's it. Okay, so the salt works is up. We can put at least one worker in there that starts to collect all the resources that we need to feed the oxen. We need firewood. We could also use some charcoal. I think I'm going to do 2500 and 2500 so that they have both. We'll do 500 water and 500 hay, because that's just cheap. And then let's start filling this up, and once it's ready we can try to get a few draft animals and start salt production. We have salt and charcoal to be stored in there, so that's good. We have the first charcoal pile burning, that's working out. Well, you should be very good at keeping your stuff now, Kevin, because you're doing a lot of paper pushing lately. So you should be very good at archiving stuff and things like that. Only some files are going lost after an evening of hard drinking. Well, as long as you forget the good parts and don't remember the bad anymore, that's good. Plenty of buckwheat. Could have a few more potatoes, but I guess not too long from now we're going to need another farm to keep up with food supply. But this one is sown in. This one is hiring a lot of people now, so that is working out. And it's still the first month, so a lot of sowing gets done within the first month. Only 3 fields need to be sown in, but one of those will be finished soon anyway. So that's the right direction. That's moving in the right direction. I think we need to change this a bit though, because I see a flaw here. They go to the farm first and then they have to walk all the way around to get to the fields, and that's taking them a lot of time. So let's change this up a little bit. Yeah, there she goes already. Let's see. Let's go here. We can still do this, but we leave a small opening here. And we direct the people into the right direction. But they have to go this way. They can't go around here, I think. Well, we can maybe just fence this off a bit so that they will only take this route then and not go anywhere else. And then we'll see. But why would they go that way anyway? So let's remove this. This is fine. But now they can take the shortcut here to the farms. That'll be better. At least I think that'll be better. Well, the park is starting to take some shape, which is nice. Let's start putting up 2 apple trees in here. We're just going to plant fruit trees in this area. Ah, there we have the other lines again. That happens sometimes. They fix it every now and then, but then it just reoccurs. So hopefully the lines will go away soon. Ah, that's probably because they can't reach it. But if I open up this, then now they can reach it. So the lines should go away. Go away, lines, go away. Ah, they've planted them straight away because they couldn't reach it. Now that's interesting, but then the lines stay. So that is a little issue. Oh well, I'm just going to close it off again then, because they don't need to go there anyway. We'll plant all 3 different types of bushes in it for the fun of it. Well, it's starting to look a bit like a park. Yeah, the white lines, but, well, next stream they'll be gone again. 173 people, a few more houses get built. Do these... Ah, he's collecting the hay now, that's working out well. We do need more water in there. I think we should get these up quickly now. And make a little bit of work for 2 hay dryers right next to here. So that they can collect some of their own hay quickly. Yeah, the lines will go away, it's fine. And every now and then they find them and then they try to remove them and sometimes they come back. Or I know the dev's working on that a lot. Alright, we have plenty of food. We just need more water. We can put 2 extra guys in there already. And then soon start to work on getting some salt. Somebody died of an illness. Well, that's not good, but I'm nowhere near getting the barber shop because we don't even produce any bricks yet. All the trees are planted, that's good. And we should be getting apricots in like 3 months, I believe. It doesn't say which months are for the harvest, so we'll see. Oh, that's very true, Kevin. And I always like how they manage to keep all the saves going well. Even if they add a ton of new stuff, the saves will always work. I've never had an issue with a save not working after an update. Sometimes when you play a game, after a while it gets corrupted and then it doesn't work anymore, but it's never after an update. And that's amazing, because there's a lot of games where you just have to load up a whole new game because they updated it and they added a few little things. This game always works after an update. That's very good. I really appreciate that. And of course I appreciate everybody watching. Those people also talking in chat, you are all very much appreciated. Together we make this stream. I just play the game. You guys provide all the fun in the chat and, well, via watching this. So thanks a lot. It's really appreciated. You guys are all the best, and girls, of course. Just wanted to say that. Alright, are we still producing something? Well, not a lot, because we still need to produce more milk. But these cows should soon start to produce milk, so that would be good. We have 1 bull that's almost of age. The other one still has a year to go. So, will take some time before we can actually get 2 oxen in here and this can start to work. Because we need 2 oxen for it to start working. That also gives us time to keep expanding the town a bit more. Which is also nice. Ah, thanks Volodymyr. That's nice. Well, I'm happy to make it and I have a lot of fun doing it. That's why I do it, so... yeah. It's very nice. Question, guys. I want to build some more housing here. Now, of course, we save this area for row housing, so we can build the row houses here. So I want to build some housing right here. Do you want to see more houses like this with the little gardens on them? Or should I build a bunch of houses without gardens here? So it starts to look a bit more like a dense city. It's up to you. I never talk in chat, I write lol. Very true, very true. No gardens, ooh. There we have the anti-green voter. I was creating such a green town and now people want no gardens. Oh well. I leave it to the new guests. There'll be no gardens, that's for clear. Alright, let's first set up a few trees here in this area. Because we need more trees in town. I think they're going to be in the middle of the road again. Just need to keep this open, because that's where the well is. But we need some extra trees. And then maybe we can plant a few bushes next to the fencing here. I like it that they change shapes, so not all the bushes look the same. We also need to take care of the birds, of course. So let's put a few bird houses in there so we get some birds. I've never seen birds fly around, I believe, like this low in the town, but that is something they should really add to this game. Animals, just wild deer running around and stuff like that. That's something that I would love to see. Just some little animals, I don't know, maybe a rabbit every now and then that runs around the forest or whatever. I think they'll add so much to the game. That's what we're missing. Maybe have a little cat or a dog walking through the town, some pigeons flying around. I would love to see that in the game. Right, we'll do 1 or 2 more birdhouses, but that's it. I have rabbit farming. Oh, that's the next step. But yeah, we could start off by just having some animals running around, I think. Let's see, where's the... there. Ah, this is where the tavern is, so let's keep that open. Alright. Getting some more decorations in town. And now that everything looks very green and things... I think this town looks really nice. This area is starting to take a bit more shape too. And... well, let's take a look at the park. Yeah, it's starting to feel a bit more like a park. Especially with the gazebo that they're not using. But, well, people are starting to walk more and more to this, I guess. Messenger from the Kachi. Let's sell some charcoal, make a bit of money. Alright, so you guys decided on houses without a garden here. So let's go with that. Now we were building the row houses here, of course. So if we just take that space into account, it should be somewhat like this. So the road will be around the park. So this is where they will go. If we build them here, I think we can start these houses just like this, around the outskirts here. So it will really start to feel a bit more like a tight town. 1. There should be some spaces in between. I'm not going to place them all directly together. And now we don't have to keep a lot of space in between for other things, just like this. And then we'll build a house row on this side, and then we can maybe do a well in between and plant some trees and things like that. But at least this provides us with another 10 houses. That should be nice. Did you have a look at the foundation updates? I've read the changelog quickly, and it does look very promising indeed, and very nice. I have been thinking about getting into the trying it out, making sure that it works, and making sure that the map generator also works. And then I'll do a stream with it soon, because they also made changes to the estate and to where some things are. And I really want to try out the map generator and build a new town on a different map that we've created ourselves. So expect a stream with Foundation soon. I think that should be a lot of fun. And of course, we'll follow you guys' input then about what to build. Should we build a big monastery or just go for a very big keep or whatever? So I think that could be really interesting. Yeah, I think the animals would make the game feel a little bit more alive. I really miss it somehow. Having animals roaming around. So yeah, that would be something. Family got married. They now live in this new house. That's fine. We should see an increase of people getting to this market now. Since from now on, more and more people live close to these market stalls. I hope these two are enough. Otherwise, we'll have to add a market somewhere else too, or some market stalls. I think this should be sufficient for now. There's no granary close by though, so that should also be something to consider, building a granary a little bit closer. Especially if we build row houses, we can of course then build stores in there, so then we'll have more stores around here. We could even just remove these then and add this little area to the park. But I think... for now, these two stores should do. Right, they're going to build these houses now, so we need to start thinking ahead to provide jobs for those people as well. Question is, what should we get? I think we could go for sheeps, because they'll provide us with wool. Then we can also get jobs with the fulling mill, and we can really start to tan sheep hides and start creating warm clothing as well. So then we get the whole clothing chain up, and we can produce all the pieces of clothing. So that could be a next step. We already have some of the clothing industry here, and with a fulling mill here and the added extras to the clothing industry, that could work out, I think. Cart shed. Yeah, I already have quite a few cart sheds. Is there another place where you think one should go? It should have a meaningful place, of course, where they can actually use the carts. I think most of the carts, yeah, see, these are not used right now. These are used, but these are very central in town. But most of the carts aren't even used right now. So I don't think we need more cart sheds at this point. Or you should have a specific area in mind. That could help out, but... 3-month-old bull. Yeah, that's not old enough. This one is 3 months old. We could do this 2-year-old, of course. And even the other 2-year-old. And then just wait until this one grows up and then start to work on new cows. That could also work. 200 lime. Yeah, we should get a worker in here or two. Because I think they can start to get the lime because we traded for it. Yes. And all we need then is the hides and the salt. Now, I thought we had... Yeah, we have the shoemaker, the tailor, and the weaver. We don't have a slaughterhouse yet. That's an issue. Because we need a slaughterhouse in this area to actually provide the hides for the tanner. Let's see. What else are we missing? We need the slaughterhouse. Or did we build a slaughterhouse already? Find it. No. Okay, so that's good. I like that find it button because it will tell you whether you already have something or not. So let's build a slaughterhouse here. Do we have all the other stuff that we need for the clothing? We have the slaughterhouse, we have the tanner, we have the tailor and the weaver. So we still need the fulling mill. Yeah. And we have the shoemaker, I believe. So we can get the fulling mill next to this too. So then all the clothing industries are here. I think we can get rid of this fencing then. Because that is where the fulling mill will be. Come on. Yes, like this. Was it this fencing? I think so. We can just close this up into the water. Yeah. And then extend the fencing a bit. Oh, this is different height, I guess. And then we can extend the fencing this way so that the area is closed off. All right, that's nice. Shoemaker, tailor, tanner, weaver, workshop, slaughterhouse. Okay, maybe we should get an extra warehouse in there, but we have the... Oh, you mean the cart parking? No, the cart shed. Oh, sorry, my mistake. I thought you went to cart parking. Yeah, we could use a cart shed. That's a good idea, actually. And I think we might be able to place it where the old... Yeah, where the old forester was. So it's quite central in town, too. So that's actually a very good idea. Thanks for that. Let's move that up because I want that done. We don't need the slaughterhouse yet because we don't slaughter any animals yet. But yeah, this is a very good idea. That'll help speed up a lot of the... Why are these guys walking around? Alright, we need to add some fencing because I don't want people walking all the way there. Let's just fence off this area. So now they should just go this way and not go here anymore. So this should be getting cleared of the paths. Did it work out here? Well, the road's almost gone, so it does work out. It takes a while, but the roads will go away, so it works. That's nice. I like that. Ah, this hay barracks is filled up too, so that's very good for the salt works. Let's get at least one of the oxen in there. So we'll take this 2-year-old, turn it into an oxen and get it into the salt works. I do believe they need 2 to actually work. Can't mix horses with oxen, yeah. You need 2 horses or 2 oxen to work, so we need 1 more. We could just take this 2-year-old too, because in a year or in 8 months, this one will be able to produce offspring. So that will not be too much of a problem, but we'll leave this one in there for a little bit. Messenger from Paniyut. Yeah, there's nothing I want to sell. Could buy some alcohol, but we're not that thick in the money, so I'm not going to buy alcohol yet. We'll do that later. We don't need it anyway, and we have some, I believe. Yeah, we still have 2,000 for a Rilka, so that's fine. Burning is complete. They have everything in stock here. This one is filled up. That's all working out nicely. Oh, and they're building the houses here now, going at a very decent pace. We actually have 2 houses available still. So people can come in. Alright, these guys are getting the stone out of here, which is great, because then this can really be the graveyard area without all the stones there. I guess I'm going to tell these guys to remove the last trees that we didn't plant here. So that all we have is what we plant and create in there. That should be nice. And we have the first apricots in from the harvest. Alright, we should make sure that we sell that. Alright, there it goes. Do we actually have it in the market stalls? Nope. But now it is. Alright, we're selling apricots here now. Let's go all the way here. Let's see what they sell here. Ah, they do sell apricots. Very good. So we get in more. Let's keep selling it. Now, I'm thinking a lot about where to place a granary in this little area, because that's an issue. I don't want to place it close to this. I want to keep this whole space for the row houses, but we have to place it somewhere. What we could do is maybe build more housing here and just use this place for a granary and build 5 houses around it so that the area gets filled up and we have the granary close to the market stalls here. That could be something. That could actually work. then it becomes a part of the city and it's not just a standalone building. I think that's nice. Let's try it. Let's just place it. Let's go this way. Build a few houses with gardens on this little area. Let's see how big we need. Alright, yeah, it needs to be somewhat like this, I guess. So this is one house. Let's build another one next to it. One, two. Yep, another one. I'll keep this area slightly bigger. Because we need space for 2 houses on the other side, I believe. I think that looks the best if we can fit in 2 houses here. So I hope we can. Or we just fit in 1 house. Ah, that's it. We're going to fit in 1 house. I have an idea. That's it. And then we can build the well here. In this area too. And then we can make a little bit of fencing there, and that should be rather nice. Now this fence should go. And this fence should also go for a bit. This one too, because it's way too misplaced. We'll go a little bit more like this. So the angle is better. And then we can fence the granary off soon. Let's sell some charcoal. Alright, so I guess I kind of killed chat because now it's completely silent. I hope you guys still enjoy it. Let's get some carts for this. Maybe we need to start thinking about an extra carpenter soon to maintain all the carts. Because I'm not sure if this one can keep up all the time. I hope so. Everybody's completely locked into the game. Alright, well we can see that the trees are taking some nice shape, I think. No, they're not really that much bigger. I thought they would be slightly bigger. It's still the same year since we planted them. But, well, they start to take some shape. Looking with your faces wide. Well, I want you guys to make some pictures then and show them to me because I want to see that. That would be so much fun. But I have to say, I'm really getting engaged in the game too. I'm almost forgetting that it's already 9:45. Time's flying. I just one time took a little sip from my drink. I definitely need to drink something because I need to stay hydrated. So I'll turn the audio off for a second. Alright, we're back. Well, we can see that right now it's August. They can hire a lot more people to help out with the harvest. So that's a good thing. I don't think we'll spoil a lot this time. So that's definitely better than last time. This one can still hire good amounts of people too. So that works. But last time, once we got to the harvest, we had a few more potatoes left and some buckwheat left. So I think we should focus on an extra farm soon. We're going to need it. I think we're going to place it somewhere here so that it's a bit out of the area. Although placing it somewhere here could also work out because then we have a lot of the people with it around that need a job. So that could also be something. I'll still think about it. Alright. There's 150 salt in here, so it can work with just 1 oxen. That's new. Usually you need it 2, and it says in the description you will need 2 horses or 2 oxen to power the brine pumping process. We only have 1 in now, and we have produced some salt. And there is some brine stored that they're going to turn into salt, so it does work with only 1 oxen apparently. Very slowly, but it did produce some salt. Very nice. Very nice. That's good to know. Or maybe that's a bit of an error and now it stopped working. I don't know. But it's still interesting. We'll take a look at that soon again. Don't forget you started late, so you should repay us an extra 30 minutes for every minute you were... Well, I get why you want that, but I'm not sure that's going to happen because I think wifey will usually go to bed. Well, I know wifey usually goes to bed around 10 and she has to work early in the morning, and she can hear me talk here all the time, and especially with all of you people, which I'm having so much fun with. I talk quite loud, and that's not very good for her night's rest. So I'll see if I can add a few minutes, but it won't be a very long time because we have to consider wifey. Ah, there she is. So now she can tell you that she's going to bed soon. So I have to shut up. Yeah, we produced another batch of salt. That's good. That's good. That should go into the tanner soon. All we need after that is some hides. Well, they were suggesting... I mean, I started 15 minutes late, and Kevin was suggesting that for every minute I was late, we should go on another half an hour. And I was explaining that I could not do that because you can't sleep with me yelling in excitement above your head. So I have to stop in time so that you can go to sleep. Ah, all the carts are ready. Let's get workers in there. Well, you will go to bed in 15 minutes, which means that it will take like another 15 minutes before you're actually in bed. So I think I can make up for at least for the time that I was late. But we'll see. My voice also has to keep up. And since we're having so much fun and we're totally engaged into the game, I don't know if my voice will keep up. Yeah, still not used any Horilka, so that's interesting. We could be getting some sheepskin. Like, I don't know, 500. That's quite expensive, actually. No, I'm going to save my money to get some actual sheep soon. Because then we can go for the fulling mill and stuff like that. Maybe we should start to invest in sheep too, because before the sheep are actually there and they're ready to reproduce and things like that, that will take some time. Sheep farm. That's not that big. Could place the sheep farm in this farm area. You could also place the sheep farms here so that they're close to where the resources are. That's even more interesting. We can include them in the whole clothing industry area. And then the sheepies will be produced here too, or the wool. Not the sheeps, the wool. Let's see, uneven terrain, but if I turn it around, I can place it. I think we can actually just place two right here opposite to each other. Oh, now it says uneven terrain. Oh, we can place this one somewhere here. How does this look? Alright, well, it's okay. Let's go like this. Then we need to do the fencing all around it. But that's also okay. And yeah. There we go. Then we need another platform for the water so they can take a really easy walk. We need a big hay barracks for the hay. Do they eat hay? I'm not 100% sure anymore. I always forget what the different animals eat. Let's see. For breeding you need at least one ram. Blah blah blah. Build hay dryers for hay provision. Yep, they need hay. Okay. Well, we can build a hay barracks here, I hope. Somewhere in the uneven terrain. Can be quite tough to find the right place for it, but we'll find a spot eventually. Here's one. Yep, there's one. Perfect. That means that we can also add... Well, we don't have to add a water source because there's already one there. We can add an extra hay dryer here. Interesting. Alright, let's see. So that's 7 hours, yeah. I want to do a longer streams one day. And maybe, I don't know, just like do 4 hours or something like that. Well, chat came to life. It's going too fast for me to follow, so I'm going to concentrate on the game now. Alright, hemp flax. Then we need to put in some sheep hides and stuff soon. Ah, we also need an extra warehouse here. Just to make sure that we can store everything. I think it should face this way though, so let's place it there. So this is a very efficient, big area for all the clothing industry things. That'll be very nice, I think. Let's just at least build one sheep farm. So that we can get sheep as soon as a trader comes in for sheep. Let's build the hay barracks first. I think that'll be interesting because it will take some time before we get good amounts of wool out of it anyway. So that should help. Oh, that's nice. So you work the holidays, so you have other days off. That's an interesting choice. Well, we still have a little bit of park to finish, but not that bad. I think I'm going to leave this open now and then plant the trees, and hopefully that will not create those white lines, because now they can actually reach this area. Alright, there's the trees. We'll fill this up with only lilac bushes. And now they should be able to actually plant the trees here. We can finally see the roads forming, and once they are really formed, we'll delete all the fences, of course. But for now, it does look, or starts to look, very nice in my opinion. Let's go plant some extra trees, get some extra bushes in. Get a few lilac bushes on this side and then some more guelder rose bushes. We do need a lot of bushes. Interesting area. All the ladies are sitting here, so they like it. Ah, that's very nice if the ones with kids get family time. I'm not following chat, by the way, it's going too fast. Alright, let's see, because we get 2 houses, then the hay barracks and then the sheep farm. I'm going to move this up. I want that done. Can they keep up now? Yes, these have plenty of wood, plenty of firewood, plenty of bark, so that's all good. Did we sell all the apricots yet? Ah, they might have turned it into dry fruits. I mean, I know they can do that now. Question is, did they? I don't see any dried fruit. I do see apricots everywhere, but I think they're about to spoil. Apricots go really fast. They're the fastest one to spoil, I believe, and we can see that these are all about to spoil. So yes, we did sell a lot of apricots, but yeah, quite a few turned bad. So you really need to sell them immediately if you get them. That's why this granary in there is so important. So let's move that up too, so that it gets stored here quickly, and then they can easily sell it and don't have to walk that far to get rid of it. Yeah, how's your hand, Kevin? Are you almost having the appointment with the specialist so they'll take a look at it, or? 210 villagers now. Oh, we've grown quite a bit. I'm going to do the same here. We want to create the road here and here. So let's just build some fencing here. And here. Let's just fence this off. So that they will start to create roads here, and we can build the row houses in here once we get to bricks and things like that. Another messenger comes in. Well, we do need some iron. Can't produce any on this map, so we need to buy it all the time. It's October. We have 4,000 potatoes, 12,000 buckwheat, 11,000 flowers. So we get less and less flowers slowly. So we definitely need to invest in another farm. And that's what we're going to do straight away. I'm going to build it somewhere here, I think, because we do need... Yeah, it takes up a lot of space there, actually. Maybe we should build it here. Yeah, let's try. At least we can place a few fields already and then see if we can make the farm in the middle. But this is very far away from people. That's not good. So I think we do need to place it somewhere here just to make sure that it's close to people who can actually work on the farm. Let's see. We need to keep some space for people to walk. I think we need to keep space for one row of housing here. And then we can start to construct the fields somewhere. Let's not make full-size fields. Let's make them 40 long and then 30 wide. That could be an interesting amount of yield that we can get from it. So this will be one field. And then we can maybe build the same field on this side. Like this. 30 by 40. Somewhat like this, yes. Then we'll build a slightly smaller field. Because we'll fit the farm in here. So this one will be 30 by 30. Now it's time to place the farm. Let's rotate it a bit like this. Yeah, I think this is nice. And then another field goes here and then create it. If it fits. I don't know if this fits, but I hope so. 30. And now we really have the farm somewhat in the middle of the area. I think that's nice. I think that'll be cool. Oh wow, you have the specialist appointment until November, not until November. So that's a long time paperwork. Alright, let's keep continuing the fields. Let's create another bigger one here now. Well, this should make for a somewhat interesting farm. At least it should look a bit more interesting than what I usually do. Space is occupied. I've placed it slightly too far here. Let's just place it a little bit more like this then. Yep, this works. Alright, interesting. Now the farm is really in the middle. And all the fields are around it. 6 fields. We'll just leave it at this now. This should provide some extra food. Let's get the farm up too so that it gets done before the winter. So we can use it next season. That will be cool. Alright, sheep farm. Almost ready. Then we can set it up and buy some sheep. Alright, we can tell them to use a fallow field. We can add a worker to it or two. Let's set it up. 500. Hay, 500. Water. Alright, that's something. Let's get all the stuff in there. And then we can go for sheepies. We already have good amounts of hay in here. Thanks, Milan. It's the first time actually that I created like this. So it's interesting. Could add 2 more fields on this side maybe. Or maybe later on add fields on this side. Two more or something like that, but for now this will do. And I think it's an interesting design actually. Never done it like this, but it will be interesting. And there's walking space around it so people can get in from all sides. That's good too. The 10 houses are almost ready. That's nice. That went quite fast. Alright, wifey, thanks for showing up for a little bit. That was really nice. Have a good night's sleep. I'll see you in the morning before you go to work. I know everybody appreciates the little show up. I hope little one is still fast asleep. Well, we do create good amounts of normal clothing. How much do we have? 90. So yeah, we do create it. Let's put an extra worker in. And in here too, although we don't have any textile right now, so that could be something for the new farm. Get more hemp or flax and potatoes. That's what we're gonna get there. Alright, they're building the granary now. Now there's a nice ship. Oh, getting nice amounts of salt already. Even with only 1 oxen. Now let's take a look here, because it's winter time now. We have an 8-month-old bull, so let's turn this one into an oxen too and move it to the salt works. That should speed up the production and make us produce a lot more salt that we can use. Don't snore, please. Well, it's not like it's a choice. I mean, I'm asleep, so I don't know what I'm doing. But you know, if I snore, just give me a push and tell me to move over, and I usually turn around and then the snoring will be gone. So it should be fine. But I'll try my best. Just don't get mad at me. It's not like I snore on purpose. Alright, let's put in apricots, buckwheat, flour and potatoes. And that should be it. Let's put a lot of it in so that we can store it all in here. And put workers in. There we go. I think in March and September, October we can do with only 2. Apply to all. And these should also be filled up by the laborers by carts in the cart shop. Alright, that works. This one is doing a lot of good deeds. Nice. Getting close to winter again. We can see the roads are actually working out. Cool. And they're building the farm. Oh, we're almost out of thatch. Ah, we only still had 2 workers in there. Let's up that to 4 so that they can really get all the things. Are you selling salt yet to your people? No, I'm not selling salt yet. I was really getting it for the tannery. And I was also thinking about starting to export it a little bit. Ooh, sheepies. Let's get 10 sheep and a ram. So that we can actually start to produce some stuff there. That's very good. Because salt's also for export, so we could make some money. But it's a good idea to actually start selling some salt to the people. Oh, we're not selling any honey anymore, so we can switch that out for salt. I'm not going to add it. We can add some to the granary. Not too much, but some. I don't know, some 250. Well, that makes some extra money, so that's good. Thanks for the suggestion. I totally forgot about this. Oh boy, I'm not going to comment on any of this. Let's see. We have 2 dudes working in the sheep farm, while I usually have ladies working in there. Well, it's okay, as long as the rest will be ladies. There's one, so we can get one guy out. Let's let the dudes do the heavy lifting. No, don't say sorry, it's no problem. Well, we should now be producing good amounts of salt, so we can also add some salt to our trading post to start selling it around. No, these don't want to buy any salt, so we don't have to sell it there. This house needs more food. Why? There should be plenty around. No apricots, of course. Ah, they start to fill this up too. Okay, very good, very good. There comes the farm. And another investment could be in more orchards. Because the apricots go away quickly, so I think we need to invest in apples, because I believe they will remain good for longest. Maybe it says here... No. But I know that the apples should remain the longest. So maybe building 2 extra orchards with apples, it will take 2 years anyway for them to complete. Oh, we should build them right here, because they can chop them down easily. There's people that can work here anyway. So let's build 2 orchards here. Next to these. Let's make them the maximum size. Yeah, they need to remove a few trees, but that's fine. Alright, this is one. And another one. Oh, that should be quite a few trees they need to remove, but that's okay. They need to remove 32 trees already. And then once it's done, we're going to plant trees in it. Unfortunately, can't make it easier by just keeping those trees, because of course that won't work. But it's interesting. They need to remove 47 trees for this little building to start producing some apples. Well, we'll do it anyway. I don't care. Let's go for it. So we'll start to produce apples in 3 years from now. Or once they're done in 3 years. That will take a little bit more time. Do we have the sheepies yet? Yes, here are the sheepies. They start to produce milk, which we can use in our dairy. So that's good. This could be producing a little bit more cheese and butter and smetana then. And then we can also start to produce some wool that we can soon put in the fulling mill. For broadcloth, that'll be nice. Let's take a look here. Yeah, nobody needs to be slaughtered yet. I think dairy products from milk, butter, cheese and smetana which have longer shelf life than milk. Yeah, I believe that cheese has the longest shelf life. So we could just turn it all into cheese, of course. But it's nice to have the variety, I guess. So we'll go for the variety for now. Maybe later on it's better to focus a bit more on the things that last the longest, because that will provide the best amounts of food. And if we check right now, it's still December, so let's pause for a second. We have lost apricots, but that's not too bad. We've lost a little bit of flour that actually perished, so it will be good to try and sell a bit more of that too. We lost some potatoes, but we did not lose too much actually, so I'm quite happy with it. We did lose half the apricot harvest, but I guess next year we can sell a bit more. Flour is okay. We can see the increase or the difference between what we produced and what we sold. So we're now actually selling more flour than we did, so we might need to up the production a bit. It's always good to go over these charts every now and then, so you can see we produced 4,500 buckwheat and we've sold 2,800, so that's still good. If we go to the potatoes, we can see that we're now actually selling more potatoes than we are producing. And some spoiled, so we need to up the potato production. So those little features can really help you to maintain your village and make sure that everything runs smoothly. You can see where the problems will occur. So you can see right now we still have 3,300 potatoes. So you might think, oh well, we have plenty. But by just taking a look at this, we can see that there will be a problem in the future. So we'll have to address it. We can also see that we have imported 1,000 iron, but we've spent 1,100 already. So we need to import a bit more. And so via this way you can really learn a lot about your village and how it's going. Ah yes, we'll have a good Hemelvaartsdag. That'll be totally fine. As long as the weather works a bit, then no issues. Alright, we sold some charcoal there. Very good. Not anything else that we want to sell at this point, I think. Nope. We also don't need to buy... Oh, yeah, we do need to buy some iron. Let's buy just 500, so we're stocked for a bit. Still building the houses here. Ah, the farm is done. Very nice. Let's start setting it up. Let's link the big fields first, because that will be the order in which they will be start to sow them later on. Then the smaller ones. Yes. Alright. Now we need a manager, but I want to try and get only ladies in here. There we go. Let's start setting this up. Oh, well, even though it's religious related, it's just a holiday for a lot of people. So schools are closed here and stuff like that. So even if I don't want to celebrate, the little kid will be home. So I have to be home. Not that we're running around the house, getting some firecrackers out and hanging up some decoration because it's Hemelvaartsdag. We don't do that. But... yeah, alright, let's see, because I want to grow potatoes, and potatoes go good with hemp or flax, which is nice because we need more hemp and flax. So let's just go for it. Fallow field, the other two big fields will do the same, but we change it out a bit. So we'll do potatoes here and hemp here, and then one more with just the same run. And then the two smaller fields... Oh, what should we put up there? We could go for some sunflowers. And the sunflowers can actually go with the flax. So we'll get some more flax too, but we also get some extra sunflowers to create some more sunflower oil. Or we're not producing any sunflower oil yet, I think, so we can then start to produce some sunflower oil. And we have a lot of fallow fields for all the different types of animals that we have now. So I guess it's now a good time to activate all the fields, so that in the coming year they will all be used. And we have another farm up and running. Very nice. Ah, this one, all the trees are removed, so this one can really be built. They still need to remove quite a few trees here, but they already removed a few. 43 left, I believe it was 49 or something like that. So that's going okay. Producing nice amounts of milk, the sheeps, so that works. I hope they start to produce a few small animals soon, especially rams, so that once the second sheep farm comes up, we can put them in. That's why I'm not rushing this one, because we don't need it straight away. Another village house is done. Immediately a new family comes in. That's quickly. Let's take a look at our financial situation. Village house rent is low. Tax is low. These are okay. Tavern tax, Barbary tax, but we don't have those yet. Wages are okay. We don't see anybody needing any financial support. And we can see that we only run a slight deficit at this point, but the year just started. So it will be interesting to keep an eye on that, see if we need to make any adjustments. But for now, it all works. And I have not seen a lot of unemployment and things like that. So people are still willing to work and do the jobs that they have to do. Let's sell some extra charcoal, just to make that little bit of extra money. Here go the carts. This one leaving with charcoal. This should be in... this is the one with iron. Very nice. Then we get all the iron in. And they're already bringing the goods in for the slaughterhouse. So as soon as we want to slaughter animals, we can now then. That'll be helpful. Especially since these, 14 out of the 20 animals in. This 13. So this is slowly starting to fill up. But we also need to start slaughtering bulls in a while, to make space for extra cows. So that's an interesting thing to see. We can sell some salt now, make some extra money. Let's do so. We need to buy some extra warm clothing too. in order to keep everybody warm during the winter. Otherwise people might get mad and they'll leave. You can see here, if you really click a person, their clothes quality, their warm clothes quality, and their shoes quality, that will go down. And once it's completely down, it'll wear off and they will have to buy new ones. So it takes a lot of work if you want to check all your villagers, of course, and see the status of their clothing. We can see this guy is going to need shoes at a certain point. So we might even need to import shoes once we can. If we don't provide them the right clothing, then we might get into trouble. Hello, Alphabet. Nice of you to join us. That's a while ago, I believe. Or were you there like last week? I don't remember, actually. Oh, that's so bad of me. But very nice of you to be here. How are you today? I'm very sorry to inform you that we're nearing the end of the stream. Almost there. Because wifey needs to sleep. And I'm making too much noise. So we'll have to end in a few minutes. But really nice that you're here. You're doing okay. Well, that doesn't sound too great. I hope nothing is wrong. Something is wrong here because I see people walking where I don't want them to be walking. So let's fence off this area so they stop walking there. We need to get rid of this piece of road, and once that's gone, they will go here, I hope. We do see it's working here now with the fenced off areas. Slaughterhouse is ready. Good. I'm not going to put anybody in yet, but we might soon. Then we get to the fulling mill. Once we start getting some wool, that will be nice. I think we should add wool to the warehouse though, so that we can actually get it. Sheep hides and wool, I guess. Oh no, sheep hides is what goes to the... Yeah, that goes to the tanner, so we need that too. Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes in here. Let's set it all up for 2,000 each. So that we can store 5 different things in here that we actually need. Because we also need cow hides. Yeah. Not going to have 2,000, of course, but let's just keep it like this. Oh, that's most unfortunate, Alphabet. Well, luckily, do you have the autosave turned on? I have it on for like every couple of minutes, so that always helps me to not get too frustrated, because I never miss out on too much then. But that could be an idea. But that's most unfortunate that it froze. Ah, how many villagers did you have, may I ask? Because I've had that same thing. That's something that they added. And but I get it like around 800 to 900 people. Then it will start to tell me that it's doing calculations every now and then. Ooh, 187. That's quite early. Well, what you can try and do, I don't know if you have done that yet, but you can try to limit the frame rate, because it's down to unlimited, and especially if you don't have the best computer, or playing on a laptop or whatever, this will really make your computer use a lot more power. So if you limit this, it will run way smoother for a while. So that could help you to be able to play it nicely for a longer period of time. Halfway February, so soon the farming should begin again. Let's see right here. Well, the trees are still very small, so I don't think we can harvest them the next year, but maybe some point they will come up. I think they're already slightly bigger than they were before, because these are the new trees that are just growing wildly, and these are smaller than these, so they actually do grow a bit in a year. Because it's now almost a year ago, still a few months to go till it's really a year ago that we started planting them. So I guess it will take 2 or 3 years, and then this forest will be able to chop down trees. None are ready to be cut down, so we won't do that yet, but it'll be interesting. Alright, the fulling mill is coming. Then we have, plenty of hay. Some more milk. Well, we've ran a nice pace this time. And we did actually get quite some work done. All these houses, worked on the park again, got this whole farm area, a few houses here. Did work on this whole area. So even at only speed 2 and taking our time to make things look a bit nice, we can still get quite a lot of things done. There's another messenger. Anything we need to get? No. Also nothing to sell, so this is fine. Yeah, we still have good amounts of iron. So, thank you all very much for watching, but I'm very sorry I have to go. I hope to see you all Wednesday, when we are going to continue this, I think. And then next week, on Sunday, we might be streaming some Foundation, and we'll keep the Ostriv games for the Wednesdays, but I'm not yet sure. We'll see. Thanks so much for all the fun. Thanks for the laughter. Thanks for the nice words in chat, and a nice time. I had a lot of fun. Next time, I hope to be on time, but of course, if you have a kid and they have trouble sleeping, that comes first. So I was a bit late, but we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. I'll be in chat for a bit, and have a great week. Enjoy yourself. Have a nice time at work. Sleep well and all of that. Stay healthy, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.